representative of the government, Absorption Minister Yoav Gallant, Deputy Speaker of the Knesset and representative of the Knesset, Member of Knesset Meir Cohen, former IDF Chief of Staff, Member of Knesset Benny Gantz, ministers, members of Knesset, IDF Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Aviv Kohavi, Acting Police Commissioner Moti Cohen, Head of the Ben-Gurion Heritage Center Amos Yadlin, Generals, Head of the Ramat Negev Regional Council, soldiers, students, honored guests all. 46 years have passed since Ben-Gurion passed away, the first Prime Minister of the State of Israel. Ben-Gurion was the first architect who designed the country's institutions even before it was a country. It was David Ben-Gurion who articulated the State of Israel's defense doctrine, who designed the Israeli public education system, who managed to absorb large waves of immigration in the first decade of the country's existence, who abstained from writing a constitution and preferred constitutional ambiguity. One of the more complicated and difficult moments in David Ben-Gurion's biography was his many-year struggle against the Etzel and the Lehi, the paramilitary groups, which reached its peak with the firing on the Altalena ship. The ideological anger and the public and social tension were very difficult and sad. The State of Israel, which was just born, stood, God forbid, on the precipice of a civil war. The ideological camps each saw each other as a danger to the existence of the Jewish people, a danger to the existence of the State of Israel. In 1962, when he was still Prime Minister, Geula Cohen sent a story of a young warrior to David Ben-Gurion. Ben-Gurion, who was extremely busy, made time to read her book and replied to Geula Cohen with a long letter. A letter that is a fascinating document. This is what he said. I read your book, having decided to forget everything I know for a moment about that period and to overlook my own political opinions from that time, to see things as you told them through your eyes and to live your experiences as if I were there in your shoes. I was able to do that for most of the book, said Ben-Gurion. I imagined I was a member of the Lehi, the Stern Gang, in those days, with a deep and profound love and deep hatred. So wrote David Ben-Gurion, ending his long letter by judging the ideological differences between him and the right with the following words. I didn't know Yair, the commander of the Lehi, but I have no doubt that he was one of the dearest people to have lived during the British Mandate period, and I respect and fully thank him for his poetry and the iron in his soul, even though I completely reject his political path. Holy is the pen, wrote David Ben-Gurion, which wrote this book. So he wrote with passion to Geula Cohen. And Geula Cohen had to respond, so in a letter of reply she wrote to him, "If holy is the pen that wrote my book, then cannot be holy the cannon that fired at the Altalena. Because if my pen was sanctified, it was sanctified in the name of the people on the Altalena." So wrote Geula Cohen. In the last few days, I've been thinking about this correspondence. Those times Ben-Gurion was warning about Begin, warning that he was a threat to the state of Israel. And I'm moderating his words, but nevertheless, he wanted to see the sanctity, the passion, and the devotion in the rival side. He knew to respect her and honor her, even if under no circumstances could he agree with her. And back to the present. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be going too far if I said that this is a moment of crisis for Israel and its political regime. It's not a moment of crisis for one political side or the other. It's a period of crisis for all of us citizens of this state and representatives of it. In the last year, we have repeatedly come up against constitutional lacunas that have left us empty-handed. Week after week, newspaper headlines say that now we have reached an unprecedented juncture to a scenario that the legislator never foresaw. These lacunas attest more than anything to the extreme situation that we have wound up in. The inability of the law to address the unprecedented scenarios are a sign of just how far our political system has been swept, disrupting any routine to the margins. I'm not comparing the extreme legal and political situation that Israel is facing to the days of its establishment. Angry tweets on Twitter, angry posts on Facebook, and even protests in the squares of our towns are not, God forbid, a civil war or the collapse of democracy. Indeed, there are harsh, even very harsh statements that are being made, which are concerning and offensive, which must not be said, but not every statement is incitement. Sometimes, as Nachman Shai recommended back during the Gulf War, just chill and drink some water. Drink some water. Our democracy is in crisis, even a prolonged crisis, but it's not in danger. So long as we know, if we do, to respect the devotion of our rivals to the state of Israel and the redemption of Israel. And even if we disagree on absolutely everything in politics, we can get out of this crisis and steer the ship back, the ship of state back on course. Now we hear by the grave of David Ben-Gurion so drink some water. And I appeal to you, leaders of the state of Israel. You're conducting long, fruitless negotiations for months. Yes, Chaim Heffer wrote in one of his poems, one of his songs, we don't want to sleep, we want to go wild. And indeed, guess You haven't been sleeping for months. And I think you simply want to go wild. If so, and if that's what you want, then go wild. But why drag the whole nation with you? There is still time. If you can reach agreements, just reach those agreements and put the country back on course. Dear friends, now's the time to recall that we must remember that not the pen is holy and not the cannon is holy. Both are only tools in our real mission, guaranteeing the peace of the state of Israel as the Jewish and democratic state. Democratic and Jewish. May their memories and David and Paula Ben-Gurion. What a major actor you were in those times. May your memories